Hi, I'm Sibelle Gutierrez Martinez from St. Xavier High School, and I'm going to be presenting That's Very Expensive. So, That's Very Expensive is based on my research on the effects of thermotherapy on Sinacocus, and Sinacocus is a scientific name for blueberries. So, the reason that I did this research is because a lot of the times blueberries are quite expensive, and sometimes they don't really last that long in our fridge. But the average shelf life of blueberries is around 14 to 18 days. So why extend the shelf life of blueberries? Well, blueberries have many minerals and vitamins, and they also have many health benefits like strengthening our bones, lowering cholesterol, and boosting our immunity, which is important during this time. The thing is that sometimes these blueberries come from places like Chile or Mexico. So by the time they get into our fridge, they're not the freshest and they don't seem to last that long. So, what is thermotherapy? Well, thermotherapy is when you submerge the fruits or the seeds into hot water and is used in efforts to kill off the bacteria. So, less bacteria equals less decay, which equals into fresher fruits. So, a little bit about the experiment. Well, the blueberries were submerged in the hot temperatures and they range from around 70 to 40 degrees Celsius. And there was a control group of 22 degrees Celsius. And they stayed in the fridge on average for 2 weeks, and they were graded on a scale of 1 to 5 of freshness. So the freshness scale, well, 1 was the least fresh and 5 was the most fresh. Some of the characteristics that you will see in something graded as a 1 would be mold growth, very squishy, lots of dents, lots of wrinkles. But some of the things that you could see in a 5 would be no mold, no dents, no wrinkles, and a firm blueberry. So here are the results from the pre-trial, trial 1, and trial 2. Trial 1 was a bit different from the rest in terms that only 65 degrees Celsius had anything less than a 4, but all the other temperatures had a 4 or above. And these blueberries actually stayed in the fridge for about 23 days, and they were the most expensive out of all of them. And here's a graph of the final freshness versus temperature. And the temperatures that had the best results were 22 degrees Celsius and 50 degrees Celsius. So, in conclusion, thermotherapy is a good way to preserve the freshness of blueberries. Temperatures like 70 degrees Celsius and 60 degrees Celsius can be a little too high, but 50 degrees Celsius and 22 degrees Celsius are pretty good temperatures. So, we have to keep on experimenting to see if they're the best. But overall, thermotherapy seems very promising.